Oh, good morning. Oh, that's gone a bit windy now. It's looking a bit grey out here today and windy. Oh, I've not done a clap for the audio. There we go. Alright, hill start this morning. So I'll be quiet for 5 minutes and a minute or two. I need all my breath. It's raining a little bit, but just a bit. Still in my shorts. So the plan today, I've programmed in, I think about 26 miles. So a marathon. See whether we do it with the weather. Just realised I've not put my back light on. When I get to the top of the hill, I'll stop and turn it on. Not stopping now. Get up the hill first. Does look a bit grey. Oh. Come on, last push. Oh, not bad that. Right, let me just put my light on. There we go. I have two lights on the back, one's spare. You always want plenty on there, don't you? Oh good, nice Mr. Bus blocking for me. Oh, right turn. Oh, we have a headwind. Straight into it. Wow. At least cooled my head down for a minute. This is Victoria Avenue. Good Tesco here if you were having an electric car. A couple of pod point chargers. So you can go in, plug in for free at the minute and get a quick top up. I think my wife was there the other day. Got about 20% on her battery. Oh. That wind's not great. One day I'll ride with a tailwind. Oh, I'm warm already today. At least in winter, you know it's cold, so you can dress. But as we're turning into sort of springish, getting tricky for me what to put on. I'm afraid I don't really have cycling clothes yet. I've got a cycling jacket, a couple of pairs of cycling shorts. I think the class is mountain bike shoes. There's the SPD pedals, I think, so you can walk on them without, I think, road cleats, aren't they? But they work for me. Oh, Right, so I've got a new bracket for the front of the bike. So I'm hoping this will be the last version. These handlebars, I don't know if this is normal or not, but they're flat bars, but they're thick in the middle and then taper out. But there's only a very small amount of space to strap anything to them. So when I got my light, or one of my lights, front lights, I got a Cat Eye Amp 500 it says. I found a bracket for it, and that goes on, the, what would you call it, the mudguard bolt on the front, above the wheel. So that's great because it puts it low down. Doesn't give us much coverage on the road, but for the most part I'm travelling in the city, so when I'm commuting in the winter, the roads are all really well lit, so I don't really need to cycle by the light. It's just as a light for oncoming traffic. So that got rid of that off the handlebar. I still have a spare front light, but that does strap onto the handlebar. That's a pain. Because during the winter I'd have them both on, one on continuous and one flashing. But I'll try and take a little video of my phone after and cut that in somewhere. But I couldn't get the Wahoo and the GoPro neatly on the handlebar. Now I've changed it, because the Wahoo Roam is quite a bit bigger than the Bolt. I could get the Bolt and the GoPro on the handlebar before and it worked alright. But I can't do it with the Roam, because I keep getting when I was turning on the last video, when I turn in a certain direction, it's a bit weird really. You'd see the edge of the Element Roam coming into the picture. And I've already changed the GoPro from a wide field of view back to linear. And yeah, there's just no way around it. So I've been looking and looking, and I found a stem mount bracket. So you take the two bolts out of your stem clamp, bolt this clamp in, and then it has either a Wahoo plate on top or a Garmin plate, and then it has the fingers coming down to fix a GoPro on the bottom, which is fine. What it does mean is the GoPro now has got absolutely nothing in front of it, and in theory it's slap in the middle of the bike, so if I ride not at an angle, my horizon should be pretty much centered. The downside is that you can't really see a lot on the GoPro, so you can't see the screen very well at all. So you need to sort of be able to set it in its position and lock it off and just trust that you've got it in the right space. Wow, that wind's coming into my face now. But I say I will either do a little video or take a picture of it and try and cut that in to show you how it looks when I stop. It does look good because it's less clutter now, because I've literally got the Wahoo straight in front of me, so I can see the map completely unobstructed, and the GoPro sat underneath, like I say, albeit upside down. It doesn't matter on a GoPro, it will flip itself the footage, or you can flip it in your editor. And then I've managed as well. I have windy. Is it a crossbar bag I bought? Primarily just to stick in an external battery pack. Because my GoPro, it's a GoPro 8. Yeah, GoPro 8 Black. It lasts about 40-45 minutes on one battery. Which is not bad for a short little ride. You haven't got to bother with anything else. Problem is, if you go on a bit longer ride, or for whatever reason, maybe the temperature drops or something, the battery dies and you don't really see it. There's no warning. You'll just suddenly not be recording. So this way, if you plug in an external battery, it doesn't use the internal battery, it just powers itself from that. And I've got a big 10,000 milliamp, I think. And the other day when I was out for 3.5 hours, I don't think it was even a quarter gone, which is good because I can use that for Blackpool trip when I do the Blackpool ride. Wow. Oh, I'm having to drop a gear. So I had to unlock the handlebars when I put these on, so I'm not sure if I've got them back in exactly the right position. So we'll see. White gate in. Oh, 67 feet, turn right. I think sometimes it loses itself, this. I know I'm on the right route. I think sometimes it just loses the satellite signal a bit, which is fine if you know where you're meant to be and you are where you're meant to be, but if you trust in it, it's not really what you want. I programmed in a new route to start Strava this morning, so I'm going my long way into Manchester, which I've done a few times now. I know a lot of people, I think someone came on the other day and they said, or we've got some great routes get you out of the city, but I actually like riding in the city. I like riding in the country as well, but at the minute most part of my routes are quite flat, and I think my body weight to power ratio, flat is good. When I've lost a few stone, then maybe we'll start taking on the hills. I need to slacken off my gloves a bit. Just passing the Victoria Hotel. I must remember to try and give the lens a wipe from time to time. There we go. Never know whether that just makes it worse. Better than riding for hours, I suppose, with a great dollop spot on it. I was googling the other night and I see you can get, I think it's called hyperphobic screen covers. I think it's hyperphobic. Wow. Go away, wind. Oh. Wow. Dropping down a couple of gears there. It is windy. Yeah, so you can get screen covers that go on the GoPro. So you just glue them on, they stick on, or self-stick on. And they're meant to make the water run off. A bit like you get Rain-X, I think it's called, for your windscreen on your car. And you apply that and it makes the water droplets run down. So I shall have a look at that. Wow. This is going to feel like extra miles today in this wind. Oh, that is windy, windy. Crikey. Oh dear, looks like someone's had an accident up ahead. Not good for someone. Someone's day's not got off to a good start. Hopefully they're all alright. Oh. Right, I'm on a lower gear now. Almost have to get up this bit and then get in the right hand lane. Which at the minute it's not bad because there's not many cars about. I tend to get halfway up, have a look, and then whiz across. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go right. Oh, crikey. That looks nasty. We're not going right. I'll have to go round to the right that way. I think. I'll go that way. Is that right? Cheers, pal. Doesn't look good?
Yeah,
no. I would say someone's having a bad day. Get worse now we get the more idiots back on the road. It'll get worse, won't it, again?
just because there's a recovery truck and stuff. Probably better off going across the path.
Yeah, no worries.
Just so it's
Yeah, no
safe
problem.
for you. And
No
then you don't
worries.
pop the tyre.
Yeah, be right. Cheers, pal. Okay, that didn't look good, that. Right, so the Wahoo's going to think I've gone wrong because I'm on the opposite side of the road, but when I can I'll get off the path. Not a fan of cycling on the pavement if you can help it. I think it depends. If you're out with young kids and stuff like that, then it's not a problem, is it? You have to keep them safe. I think when I was a boy, you see, I'm used to cycling, so I spent all my childhood cycling. He's speeding straight through there. Police van at the end. I don't know. Gonna make me wait, aren't you? Yep. It's the problem you get as we come out of lockdown. There'll be more and more cars on the road. There we go, that's me. Right, that'll do. That's it. Oh, back into that wind. This is where you want a road bike, because then you're down over the handlebars, aren't you? I'm sat quite upright, so. And a big target for the wind to get. Try and remember where the screen is now on the GoPro, because it's back to front, upside down. There we go. Oh. Starting to rain a little bit heavier. That is windy. So if I'm coming into the wind this way, at least in a bit I turn right, so the wind will be coming from the side rather than in front. I was tempted to bring a camera with me today, but I sort of looked at the weather and thought, no, I'm not going to be stopping anywhere for pickers. Wow, that is making me churn it out, that. So for audio, I've tried about 4 or 5 different things now, and I've come back to what I knew at the beginning is the easiest way, really, or the best way. GoPro's audio is good in the right circumstances. It's perfectly acceptable, and I think with the media mod and being able to stick a little microphone on top of it if you want, that's even better. But for regular sort of vlogging, I think. But if you're on a bike, you get all the wind noise and traffic noise, which I think it's nice to have some ambient sound, because otherwise it'd sound a bit like you was just in a studio, wouldn't it? It'd be boring. But if all you can hear is the wind whistling over someone's voice when they're riding, it's not great. So I initially just used to use the GoPro on its own, which the microphone's alright, but as soon as the wind starts, you've had it. So I already had, I'm lucky because of the work I do, being a photographer. I've done video work as well, so I've got a wide assortment of microphones and stuff, so I've not really had to buy anything. The only thing I had to buy initially was the what's called the media mod, because that's the bit you need to go around the GoPro to allow it to stick in an external mic, which is a pain, but I've given it a try, but it's not for me. I say for regular vlogging, I think it's alright. So, media mod's going back, don't need that. So that leaves me with running an external mic and recording it separately, which again, I say I'm lucky because I've got the bits to do that from weddings. So say if we was recording the ceremony, you stick an external mic into the groom's inside jacket pocket, and then stick a what's called a lapel mic, so it goes on his lapel of his jacket. I think they're actually called lavalier microphones, so you'll hear people call them lav mics, LAV. So I have the lav mic plugged into a little recorder, and then I've got that in me. Hey, you'll get me next time. The wife's not paid yet, she. Like something out of Wacky Races. If he'd have swung around a bit quicker then, I'd have gone straight into that ladder. Bit more speed and the wife would be cashing in on the life insurance. Yeah, so what I didn't want to do was record these videos and then I've shed loads of editing to do on them, because they're not really meant to be artistic masterpieces. They're just my record of me having a little ramble around on my bike, getting a bit fitter, seeing a bit of Manchester, and I'm afraid we're not going into full production mode like Katie Kookaburra and Leonard and Francis and other YouTubers I follow, which I'm certainly not going to cycle up a hill, put the camera at the top of the hill, then cycle down so that I can cycle up so that I'm in shot. I think it's going to be a long time before I'm bothered to do something like that. So my plan was to try and get the audio as good as I can get it, but as simple as I can do it. And that really means the media mod and run a cable into it. And then you've got your lav mic on, which is the simplest way. but the medium mod isn't waterproof. Oh, noisy trucks. So I was out the other day and it rained halfway through. I think it was on the 28-mile video. So halfway through I had to change from using the medium mod to using my lav mic, put the lav mic into it's like a dictaphone, like a little recorder that goes in your pocket. And so I'll try and put a picture up. Zoom H1 this one is. And I've used it for years at weddings, so the thing is I know it works really well. It runs off one, I stick a rechargeable AA battery in it and it lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks of recording. You can set the level input on it, so I've got mine set at 60, so 60 out of 100. So I need to see whether or not that makes me too loud, too quiet, picks up the ambient, I don't know. And it has a hold switch on it, which is good. So you set it up, put it in your pocket and then slide this hold switch. And that means you can't accidentally press a button and stop the recording. So we've used them for years in weddings, because if the groom or whoever's got the microphone on, crikey, if they reach into the pockets, then they can't accidentally stop it recording, because that's not what you'd want during a wedding ceremony, especially if that was your only audio source. Oh, we've got a bit of squeaky brakes on the front. I'm saying that they've not been changed, those pads. Maybe it's time to change those pads. Yeah, so what that means is the audio from the GoPro's recording, I'll try not to be lazy and I'll try and cut in a bit of audio from the GoPro now. So the GoPro's on the front of the bike obviously, but I've got the wind muffler thing on, the foamy thing. That works really well and it does really cut out a lot of the wind sound. But if you just use that, then your voice is competing all the time with the ambient, the traffic and everything else, which is alright if it's a quiet area, but like living near to the city, you won't be able to hear. So this is the plan. The GoPro is still recording audio, and then the Zoom H1 records as well, and then you bring it into some software. I'm afraid I'm a Mac person, so if you're PC I can't help you. If you have Adobe Premiere Pro, I think, is it, did Google do one, is it, what's it called? Oh, it begins with V. Something Resolve. Is it Vicincy? No, can't think. Sure, there's a free video editor that will do it. But you can use something like Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, Apple software, which I use that. And then you just bring in the audio track that's on your separate recorder, and then you bring in the video tracks and you basically say match them up. So that then looks at the audio in your GoPro and tries to find a couple of bits that are similar, and it just shuffles the audio file across till it matches, which is alright. But what I always used to find was that Final Cut Pro and Premiere, certainly on complicated ones, would just fail sometimes for no reason. And you can do it by eye. That's why if you do a clap, that's why in films they used to have the clapper board at the beginning, because that clapper board allows them to sync everything up. Sync up all the video and all the audio. Same thing. But the software I was trying to think of the other day that I have is something called Pluralize, which that so I was struggling with the name of it, because I remember somebody mentioned it to me at one point years ago, saying, oh, you want to get this makes your life a lot easier. And I was using the wrong spelling of pluralize, thinking plural and eyes on the end, so one word, but it's not, it's plural eyes, by Red Giant, I think it is. So I'll stick a link below again. But it's not cheap. I think it's about 100 quid or so. But obviously I used to use it for work, so I don't do wedding videos anymore. I had a quick dabble, but I'm a photographer, not a videographer. So I think I have no real passion for videography. Not creating it anyway. Right, so even though that now means I've got an extra step of editing, it's not the biggest step because it's quite an automatic process. So as long as the software works, it doesn't bother me. If anyone's interested at any point, I'll do a quick video on how I edit the video. It's straightforward. I just join all the clips, throw the audio in, let it do its thing, and then just set a start and end point. I might put a little intro clip on at some point, but I'm very much in the KISS period. Keep it simple, stupid. Only because if you end up, if it becomes a proper production job, then it ends up work, doesn't it? Well, we're doing alright with the weather so far. Very windy, but the rain's held off. Right, we best have a look and see if it's still actually recording. Yep, according to that it is. There's a little red dot that flashes, and when you've got the GoPro the right way up, it flashes on the top left hand side screen. But now I've turned it upside down, it's on the bottom right. And if I move the foam thing, I can just see it. But I have to be careful. If I move it, then I obstruct the lens on the front. That's alright. Now, even though I've programmed in a 28-mile ride today, that is definitely at the upper limit of my body at the minute, I think. So I may well not do that today. I've programmed in going around Heaton Park at the end, but depending how I feel and the wind, I might cut it short. I've got to be back by a certain time because Vic's out later. She's off to work at 3, half 3. So I've got my orders. I'm on loft clearing duty today. It's my task. Start clearing 17 years of rubbish out the loft. Well, all the stuff that people want to keep, and then really you don't need it, it's just stuff. I think as you get older you realise you just don't need stuff. So, time to start clearing that all out, I think. So I said I'll clear some out today and then recycling centre tomorrow. Nice new bit of road this again. Oh, it is good, the position of me Wahoo now. I like the position of that. Not so keen on the GoPro position because I can't see it, I think. But I think once I see this video, I can see what it looks like for position and then know what it is. The downsides are I can't use the quick release mount on the GoPro. I've just got to use the thumb screw thing to tighten it up and in. Oh, they're doing the opposite side of the road now. Oh, that'll do. Oh, nice green square there. Oh, rain's coming again. Say rain doesn't bother me, not fussed. We've got mud guards on the bike, which I put them on after, I think about 2 weeks into winter. It took me a long time to try and find a pair that would fit, because I think these are 650B wheels. Crikey, they have been busy, all these road markings. Oh, missed a bit there. Oh. What day are we on? Wednesday. So I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then long rides are finishing. And it's back to me weekly commute. So back to Monday to Friday. I'm very lucky in the pandemic. Even though I'm a wedding photographer, I've got a day job, which I never used to have. But I think, fortunately for a lot of my friends, well, me as well, the pandemic's been brutal financially. Last year and a half, literally no work whatsoever. But hopefully it's light at the end of the tunnel. I think Boris has now said about June time. open up. Those lights are rubbish, aren't they? If they've gone green, the ours are on red. There we go. Right. It's telling me to go right. So, over I go. Oh, no, that's right there. Where are we going now? Ah, I see. So this is just coming up to the northern quarter on the edge of town. So it looks like I'm skirting around it to the right. GoPro's still recording, so that's good. I think the limit today will be on my feet because see how cold it is, because I've got no overshoes on today. I've got some neoprene overshoes, I think you'll call them, which I've had them all winter, so they've lasted what, 3-4 months. Maybe, did I get them October, November, December, January, Feb, 5 months. But they're splitting underneath, which, when you think of how they go on your feet and you stretch them and pull them, it's to be expected. But I've not put them on today because I think they'll just flap, get in my way and end up getting caught in the chain or something, and then poor Rick will be head over heels over the handlebars. So I think that wasn't a good plan to put them on today. So if it rains, my shoes will get wet. And sometimes people forget there's 2 lanes here. Where are you going, mate? What lane you in? Not even looking here. Yeah, so I've got stolen my son's hiking socks. Josh's. He's in the Scouts, Cub Scouts, Venture Scouts. So he has a nice pair of sealskin socks, which are sort of woolly on the outside, and then a layer of rubber, I think, or something, latex or something, I don't know what it'd be, on the inside, and then another layer of like woolly. Oh, this is nice. This is taking me through. This is where Strava's good, because what I tend to do is on the map when you're route planning, I click one point, say at the start of town, and then click another point. So I clicked a point in the northern quarter saying I want to be getting to the edge of the northern quarter there, and then I clicked on Deansgate. So I let it take me the way that it wants to take me to Deansgate. Now I've just come off, I'm coming up the side of Manchester Cathedral, which hopefully you'll be able to see it in a minute. I spin round a little bit. It's very, there we go. There's the cathedral. Yeah, it's still beeping at me because I'm going the wrong way. But I know it just wants to take me to Deansgate, so Deansgate we shall end up on. There we go. It is a squeaky front wheel. This bike does need maintenance, it really does. To be fair, I did take it out last night in the garden, gave it a quick soap spray wash, hose down with the hose pipe. But yeah, it needs wheels off, chain off, proper scrub and a clean. You want a nice sunny day really to do it, don't you? And then if you get a nice sunny day you think, stuff it, I'll go out on the bike. Right, so I know I'm heading straight down Deansgate now to cut across to Oxford Road, and then from Oxford Road to Wilmslow Road, I think, down towards Didsbury, and then all the way back up to, well, back into Manchester, I think, and back to Heaton Park. Sounds like a bus or something behind me. It was nicer on Deansgate before when they made it just cycling, but they've obviously changed it now. Now it's a one-way road. I'm not sure whether you're meant to cycle on the edges. It's like they've just made it into a single lane. Don't know. Oh, postie out. Still got shorts on. There's two of us. Not that you want to see my legs, but managed the whole winter with my shorts on. Feels good. Wow. These Deliveroo people. That chap then, he had about 3 batteries on his bike. I bet it lasts him all day long. Good that he's investing in his business. The longer his batteries last on his bike, the more deliveries he makes, more money he earns. And it's cracking as well, because it's good for the environment, really. He has renewable energy to charge them with. Right, on green. GoPro still recording. Give it a wipe. No, no smile. I think sometimes when a cyclist comes in front of you, they get a bit confused if you smile at them, as though they think that you know them. And you're just being pleasant. It's not cold. More building work everywhere. John Ryland's library. Charged up the Wahoo the other day, so that was on 100% when I left. Phone battery was on pretty full. Right. I think when you get in the city centre, the GPS does struggle a bit. In such tall buildings, gets you. It does with it when you've got it on your phone as well. Ah, right. It's wanting me to. I'm going to go left at the end because I know that'll take me onto Oxford Road anyway, so that'll be fine. Oh. Yep. Bleeping away, telling me go left again, left again, left again. But if I go down here, this will take me to the left and then along Oxford Road that way. I'll get there and then I'll pick up the route again, which is where this is so good. On the Bolt wouldn't do this. The Bolt would just sort of bleep a little bit at you, but there's no rerouting. So you completely lose it. And if you're in an area you're not familiar with, it's really hard to try and find the route back again. Which is what I was doing, and it frustrated me when I had it. I think it's got 2 days left on eBay and then it'll be gone. So it's not bad. I've recouped half the money for it. Now what I don't know is the position of my GoPro for how much road you're seeing to building. It's angled quite flat. Or quite level-ish, I suppose. That's the way of looking at it. Oh. Foot slip then. Trying to get clipped in. I know it sounds bad, but I'm enjoying these quiet roads. I think for a lot of people it'll be a big change come June. I was saying to the wife earlier though, I've been very fortunate that I took up cycling again, well last June, I think June I got the bike I think, so June 2020, and I'd not had a bike for 30 years, so it was a long break. Crikey, that wind's blowing me all over the place. So in June I was very unsure on my bike. It was very much a case of getting used to a bike, cycling again. I know they say once you, it's like riding a bike, but it was very weird at first, and you couldn't. What I did want to do, I wanted to hire a bike initially, just to see whether I was happy enough riding. And I didn't want to spend the money really on something that then you just got to try and think, no, it's not for me. But you couldn't hire a bike during the pandemic. Not at the beginning, there was nothing. So I was very lucky to get this. It's a Kona Dew, D-E-U, D-W, sorry. Where are you going, mate? So I was lucky to get this. I think unfortunately a lot of people didn't get bikes. So there were a couple of companies that were selling them, and I think they sold hundreds and hundreds of them but didn't have the stock. So people were getting very frustrated with these companies because they were being told they were getting a bike and it never appeared. And so I was very fortunate that a friend of the wife's, her daughter, worked somewhere that was handling the distribution of the bikes, and I think found my name on the list and shunted me to the top. So I was quite happy at that. I think I was fairly near the top anyway, to be fair, so I don't think I pushed people particularly out of the way. Not even looking. Right, we're dinking across. Lovely. Into my bike lane. This now is Oxford Road, student area. Back to the universities. Oh, and we're going straight into the wind again. Wow. I don't know if you can pick that up on the microphone, but that is windy. Wind and a bit of an incline. Oh. No. Oh, best avoid puddles down, so no overshoes on. Oh. 1 hour 10. Oh. Lights changed. I'll come back to that screen in a minute. We've done 1 hour 10 already. That feels fine, that. It's not, I'm not pushing at all. And I've been into the wind quite a way, so and it's 8 miles into town going the long way, so I've probably done 10 miles I think. I'll have a look and see. So yeah, 10 miles. Yeah, 10.7 miles. 1 hour 11. Oh, windy, windy, windy. According to this, me Wahoo is at 93%. Phone at 70. The one thing it doesn't tell me is what speed the wind is coming in my face. I have to get a hat with a little wind thing on it. And according to that, my heart rate is about 120. So that shows you I'm not pushing. I must have a look, because what I haven't found is it'd always be nice to have the reverse. So not necessarily the miles you've done, the miles you've got left to do. Right, I'll go back to the map screen, I think. Oh. It says I've burnt 908 calories. There we go. Back to the map. Actually looks a bit brighter over there. That windy, it must be blowing the clouds away somewhere. Oh. Man on his phone recording me. Wow, that is windy, and I'll guarantee when I'm coming back it'll have changed direction. Wow. Now I have told it, I've programmed in the Fallowfield loop again today. I programmed it in, took it out, programmed it in, took it out, put it back in. Because after I'd posted my video the other day, I'm a member of the, I think it's Manchester Social Cycling Club on Facebook, which has been great. Lots of really nice like-minded people. Get the odd troll, as you expect, but that's what your block button's for. Easiest thing to do, just get rid. But they've been great. And I'd put up that I'd been to the Fallowfield loop, and obviously unbeknownst to me, apparently it's really dodgy there. There's been gangs mugging people and all sorts. So the day I went, it was really busy and not a problem. I think today, you see, it's a bit of a rainy day. You get less people there, more likelihood of having young kids, numpties, up to no good. I don't know. Thing though is, in life, you can't let that stop you doing what you want to do. You just have to do, don't you? So at some point, I'm not sure if this is actually, if I go as far as Didsbury or do you go further? I can't think now. Oh well. Wow. It is definitely windy. Oh. It lost me again for the minute then. I'll tell you what, there's so many e-bikes around here now. Oh. It's a big puddle. We're going to avoid that because we've not got overshoes. And whilst my feet will stay dry because of the seal skins, the rain will go all over my shoes and I'll get colder feet from that. Oh, I'm grinding a bit there. Bit late finding me bell then. It'll be a slow ride today, but it's not like we're in the Tour de France, is it? Oh. This wind makes it hard. Oh, big puddle. Problem is, even with mud guards on, gets you. What we don't want to do is get too close to the chap in front, because he hasn't got mud guards on. I'll stop there. Still recording that. Have a look at the zoom. Yep. Still red light. That's fine. Because it's on the inside jacket pocket, I've wrapped it in a plastic bag. Oh, that's us. a really nice flat route, this. Not much hills at all. It's not like going south and going, not south, going towards sort of the moors. I'd be dead. Trying to get up them hills at the minute. This is nice. Flat. So when you're carrying a fair chunk of weight, this makes life easier. This poor chain needed a bit of oil. That was worse than mine. Going past the, what I think is the tow strap building, but I don't know whether it is the tow strap building. I don't know what it's called. Not sure if they're about to tell me off for being on the pavement. Oh, now then. Now then, it didn't want me to go that way, so no, it did this the other day. So let's go left, see where it takes me. No, did this the other day, it just completely lost itself. And so I ended up going left and left again. Which is exactly what it's done now. Wow. That was a proper student bin disposal then. It just clunked and clanked bottles. Right. So I should have stuck with my gut instinct and carried on the main road and not listened to it. No, it's completely lost. don't know if it wants me to go right or left. Sherwood Street. Alright, so we were right, it just wanted to come further down a bit more. Oh well. No road signs, but it says Sherwood Street, so we'll head this way and then left. I think someone put a comment on one of the videos that I'd posted, and they just put the fact that you can't really get lost, you just go on a bit more of an adventure, which is true. Right. Right, so this is the route from here to get you on the Fallowfield loop, I think. So it must be that down there, I think. I think down here, aren't we? Let's have a look. Yep. There we go. Welcome to the Fallowfield Loop. And it's an old railway line. Part of the National, what's it say there? National Cycle Network. Path may flood in heavy rain. Okay. Lovely. So I don't know how far this is going to take me. We'll see. Oh. Some people don't smile, do they? Bit miserable. There's people on here. Then if you've got people on here, then the more people that use it, the safer it becomes, because there's safety in numbers. You shouldn't be scared of doing stuff. I suppose if you're cycling on your own, then it can be a bit not great. So I don't know how far I'm on this, whether I've programmed it all, and it'd be nice to see whether I do the whole thing or not. Does that look like the beginning? Yeah, that's where I came in the other day, so I wasn't far off. maybe the beginning the other day. Oh, that's good. This is lovely, this. Such a shame if there was gangs piddling about down here and stuff. There's a bit of wind down here, but it's not bad, it's relatively sheltered. And I bet come the summer, or certainly spring, it'll be quite nice because it'll be a bit covered over with the trees, the leaves. So it might give you a bit of shelter from the sun if it's red hot. Some allotments on the right. Oh, it's lovely. Hi there. Doesn't take a lot just to say hello, does it, eh? We'll not disturb the joggers. They need all the breath they can get. Unless I see one that's smiling. Jogging is rubbish. Oh. Must remember to stick to the left. I forget there's people way faster than me. Oh, I think the sun's trying to break out up on my left. I think we'll have a stop at the end, have some water. See how we're doing. Couldn't jog with big headphones on like that. I can't jog. And then it'd do me head in, literally. Oh. Bit muddy on here. Surprising, isn't it, really? I suppose the rain washes over. Now the other day when I came this way, it was my first time, and I ended up going up towards Worsley, up on the East Lancs. That was fun and games. What I didn't realise was it takes you on one side, then you have to cross over to the other side, then to another side. Ended up in a mud path. That was me very nearly me fall off. But, well, it was only the fence that saved me. Oh. what's nice about this is that at least it is a cycle network path. So as a cyclist, you don't feel guilty about being on it. I went on I think the canal the other day, just for a bit of the way, and I felt a bit in the way of the pedestrians. Whereas on here, the fact it actually says it's part of the National Cycle Network makes you feel a bit more comfortable, I think. Oh. Well, that's about the first time in what we're going to do, 32, 33, maybe 34 years that I've ridden no-handed. Right, we'll not push it. We'll not push it, as we'll end up then. Oh. Right, so I've not done 8 miles on that, so I've not done the whole loop, have I? I don't think. I'll have a stop and have a drink. Oh, it's quite nice now, the sun's coming out a little bit on the left. Right. I'll have a stop a sec. Oh. Just walk down there a bit and then I'm not in their way. Right, I'll have a quick pit stop and have a drink, I think. So there's the trusty bike, the Kona Dew, and this is how I've got the GoPro now. I need to pull it out, don't I? So, got the GoPro on the front there with a windshield on, and then the Wahoo underneath. Let's just grab that. Oh, put it like that there. You can see it better then. There you go. So that looks pretty good, that, I think. So when it came, it didn't have mud guards or anything, so I put mud guards on. Well, there's my light at the front now, so that works good on there on that little bracket. So GoPro and the Wahoo. So when you're riding, that is good there, straight in front. Great screen. Little pouch on the top, my phone sits in there. I don't have that on when I use the GoPro, because I've got the cable in at the side there, look. And I have one light on the back, one on there, one on there, and a little pannier on the back. Tools and bits. There you go. Right, let's get the map back up. GoPro a wipe. Still recording. Right, off we go. Oh, you get cold now, you see. Stop. Right, that was the bleep. Ride has resumed. A bit of water, emails checked, emails replied to, and we're good to go. Oh. Hi there. Hi there. Now then, this is where I stopped the other day to change, because it was that wet. I stopped underneath there. Now I need to unclip one foot here, because that's a bit tricky clipped in. Not one foot clipped in. Make sure you look there. Oh, there we go. Hi there. There we go. That's going to Victoria. Victoria Station via Market Street. So that will go all the way into town then, now. Right, we'll head off. I'll just wait for that lady to go. Right, so up this side. Oh. There we go. That takes you a minute to do to get comfy on the saddle again. So I came along this alleyway last time. Now if there were gangs knocking about, then this is the bit where you could easily get caught, because they could just stand at the end of one of these roads and you can't get anywhere, you can't go anywhere. So this bit is not the best bit, I don't think. As I said before, life's too short. You have to go out and enjoy life. It's depending what religion you are, what you believe in. I think I'm definitely one life, live it. A few bumps on here, tree roots coming underneath. You want to be careful as well, be a bit slippy. Right, so this takes me out here. Now I'm presuming this is the end, because it was the end back there. Get through this clipped in. Oh yes, just. Now then. So it's then 218 foot Barlow Moor Road. $59 foot. Next Upper Chawton Road, turn right. So it's right behind the bus. Wow. Laundrette, I've not seen one of them in years. We'll let the bus go, I think. Time's at 12:32. So that's nice. That's brought me out the bottom end of Fallowfield Loop. I'll have to check how far along I went. It didn't look like there was much more. Maybe I've done the start there. See? When there's no wind, that's just nice. I've not got my buff thing round my neck or my head today. So it's allowing the heat to come out of my helmet, which is good. There we are. The Bath Supper Bar. Fish and chips. My legs feel surprisingly good. Uh, 680 foot to queue, it says, so let's see how far we've done. 16 miles. So 16 miles and my legs feel alright. So I'm happy at that. Nice steady pace, and that was with the wind. Plus my tyres aren't rock hard at the minute either. They've had a few miles in them, so they lose a bit, which... Alright, so I'm going to go right here. Tell you what, if you are thinking of getting a bike computer, then get one. Just make sure you've got turn-by-turn navigation on it. It doesn't help make it easier. It gives you that confidence when you're out in areas that you don't know. I know you can never really get lost, not in a country like England. It's signposts everywhere. That's what my dad always used to say to me when I was younger and when I started driving, that you can't get lost. You just slightly detour a bit. Because eventually, if you keep driving enough, you find a sign, it tells you where you are, tells you where to go, and you're fine. Works great until we got an electric car. Because then you can't, or certainly in the early years, 3 years or so ago, there wasn't as many charge points. So you've got to be very careful that you don't run out of power. It's not like just going to a petrol station. Some nice old houses here, big ones. Shame that throughout the years, instead of making houses a bit nicer for people, they make them as small as possible to get as many houses in one space as they can. That was an old car then, an Austin Cambridge. EAS 274 reg plate. Alright, there you go, mister. I was watching another YouTuber yesterday, last night, and he was going on about the fact that some people are very into the statistics on the computer. Now, I think as a new cyclist and as a gadget person, the fact that I could buy a gadget to measure everything, that enticed me in a bit more, because I am a gadget person. So being able to hook up a Wahoo or a Garmin or something, and it tell you how fast you're going, your average speed and everything, and yeah, for me it's a definite no-brainer. Bear in mind, you can do virtually all of this, you can do on your phone. The only thing with your phone is you definitely need an external battery pack, because you won't want to run out of phone on your battery, especially if you was going out in the countryside somewhere and you got a mechanical or a breakdown and you need to ring someone for help. So just bear that in mind, you do need a spare battery. Oh, 700 feet to go. So your phone will log everything for you. You get a free app, Strava's free, and some of the functionality on it's free. I think, is it Ride to Go, Commute, Ride with GPS I think is one. Loads of different apps you can get. And that's where we're going here. Bearing slightly to the left. I must admit, the reason I like Strava is because, and I didn't know this when I got it, when I first downloaded it, it was the case of it has these, oh, why is it thinking I'm going wrong when I've not gone wrong? Just loses you sometimes. That's alright. It's back on track now. It has things on it called, oh, I'll wait till I pass the roadworks. Oh, is this going to be a cycle lane? How lovely. A cycle lane with curbs. That's exactly the sort you want. How good is that? Well done, council, whoever you are. Right, so we need to remember this bit. Near Taz's Speedy Foods, Chorlton Road. There we go. That's nice, that. Putting in a little cycle lane. In fact, both sides. Brilliant. Oh. Not sure how long this ride is. Done 17 miles. So when I change page to page on the Wahoo, it's now lost the orientation. According to the map, I want to turn right. Oh, I've just started to get a cold neck. But is it cold enough to put the neck warmer on? £960 to the next manoeuvre. God, the temporary lights take ages, don't they? So I think what I'm going to have to start doing is find one route and try and stick to that and just get faster on it to try and improve my fitness. But when I'm back at work on Monday, I think I'll start trying to do the long route in. So that's 45 minutes, just go a bit earlier. Oh, there we go. That was a long wait. Alright. So this bit they've done. Oh, that's nice, look. Get rid of all the stones off it. Smooth. Oh. Even got my own little junction, look. Look at that. That's great. Turn right in 30 foot. It's going to seem very, what's the word I'm looking for? Ungrateful. And this is a brand new path, but it's really, really wobbly. They needed a small roller. Crikey, make you seasick cycling on this. Right, so somehow I'm meant to be turning right. So we've got to get over the Mancunian flyover bit, I think, where the flyover was. There we go. Across. Across. Oh, I like that. So nice, that. I little bit for you to actually cycle through. So I'm on the right bit, but I'm on the wrong side of the road, which is fine. I've just got to cross over, that's all. Right, we're on green for go. How good is this? Pedestrian bits and cycle bits. That wind's a bit cold on my neck. There we go, lovely. Grand. Right, and it should pick up again that I'm back en route in a minute. Oh, windy, windy. That was a nice little ride, that. Into Manchester. Out Fallowfield Loop, Didsbury-ish, and then back up. And then back up Deansgate. I was going to divert because apparently they're filming Peaky Blinders in Castlefield, which is just coming up on my left. But I've not got too long today, so I've got to get back. So this is saying Key Street. It's 63 feet. Oh, 500 feet. Oh. Yep, it's just getting cold on my neck. Oh, I'm here. Bit spitty, rainy. It was a bit nicer going towards Didsbury, the weather, but coming back north Manchester it's not getting as good. This way still looks dark and gloomy above. I put one of the videos on YouTube onto the TV the other day. And my wife Vicky looked at it and went, "Who are you talking to?" And I said, "Well, no one really, just me." Anyone who wants to listen. What I have said is it's therapeutic It's one of them, it allows you to go out and have a witter on, doesn't it? Right, Barbie does this sometimes, it's flashing red. And I still haven't read why it flashes red. Whether that means it's lost its GPS, I don't know. Don't know. I shall find a manual, have a read tonight. I think Deansgate could do with resurfacing. Crikey. Be too late soon. Still quite quiet in town, which is nice. Come April, May, June, it will all change. Oh. Back to hustle and bustle. Shiny helmet. That bit of a earache in me right here. I think the wind getting in. So it'd be interesting this to see what it's like on linear with it in the position it's in. It does look like it's at a slight angle, the GoPro. It could just be the wind jammer thing. I don't know. I think the fact that it's in right on the stem makes life a lot easier for centering it. Annoyingly, the GoPro 9, the new one, has an automatic horizon adjustment. Which you have sort of got on the GoPro 8, but only if you bring the footage into the app on your phone, and then you click a button and it's got an auto level. I can, in theory, just go into Final Cut Pro and just level it, but then I would have thought you're going to add to the rendering time to get it back out again. And by rights you should probably change a bit the resolution. Manchester Cathedral. I'm presuming I'm going straight over. I will be ready for my coffee when I get in. .758 feet, turn right. 670 feet. Oh, it's going to take me up a hill here, isn't it? I think in a minute. Is it taking me up a hill? Not sure. 269 feet until we go right. Yeah, uphill. Yep, a little bit of a hill, it's not bad. Oh. GoPro recording, hopefully the zoom is. If it's not, you'll be on quiet audio from the GoPro. This way I suppose I've got two audio sources really, so I can always use the GoPro one if ever needed, but it's just not great, especially now I've moved the GoPro. Because it's further away from my mouth and upside down. I know there's a microphone on the bottom of the GoPro. A little bit of an uphill slog, only a bit. Slight incline. What I know is it's not flat. That's a swine. You get a bit of speed up. Quite good beeps like that make the audio joining easier. Oh, I'll be on chef duty tonight because Vic's at work till 8:30ish. So I'm on tea duty. Well, my feet aren't too bad today. I think it's definitely getting warmer anyway. But I put a pair of ankle socks on and then the sealskin socks on top of them. Just because I knew I wasn't having the overshoes on today. Oh, another light. Oh, I'm getting an earache in me right here. Just the wind that's been going in, I think. I think Vic gave me like a headband thing. Wide one. I shall have to find that. A bit like a hat, but there's no top bit. Covers your ears, keeps your ears warm. It still lets the heat escape out the top of your head. I think that'll be a good plan for me next ride if it's like this. Or just put my buff on. Thought I could hear a new rubbing sound on the bike then. Coming up to the fort, Manchester Fort it's called, shopping area. There's a bit of actually there's a bike shop in the Halford, isn't there? Yeah. I've not sorted my mudguard out yet, still need to get the new bits for that, just so it's not going to rub. It's coming up Cheetham Hill, I think. This is Cheetham Hill Road. It's just started raining again. Not done bad for the weather. See how grey it looks. I expected to be drowned. I didn't expect to get all the way out to the loop and back again without looking like a drowned rat. So quite happy. I'll have a look and see how far we've been in a minute. Right, so I think I've told it to take me up Cheetham Hill Road, which I think this is Cheetham Hill Road, I'm not sure. I know it is as we get up. Right, it's going to be uphill, I think. So then when you're in the car, you don't really notice inclines as much, do you? Right, I think we'll have 2 seconds. Just give the saddle a rest a minute. Let's just pause that. Oh. Just have a look, see where we are. So, 20.6 miles. 2 hours and 6 minutes. That's right, that's 10 miles an hour. 1,727 calories burnt. Maximum speed 19 miles an hour. Average 9.7. And it's 11 minutes past 1. So, what it doesn't tell me is, let's have a look. If I click on route, what does it do? Ah, right, so if I click on route, it does tell me I've got 5.6 miles to go. Right, I'll have a drink then. I think. Oh, nice that. Right, so a 2 hour ride. Oh, get my shorts sorted. Oh, there we go. 2 hour ride, 20 miles. I'd say it's getting quite easy. I'd say. Right, so off we go again. Oh, that was a close call. I nearly pressed end on the route. I meant to press back. Yeah, a little bit uphill. Rain's coming down a bit heavier now. It's always nuts, this top end of the road. When you're driving in the car, cars pull out everywhere on you. No one cares. It's proper aggressive driving, like being back in London in the mid-80s, 90s. I think it was different then. If there was a space in the road, someone would fill it. No manners. I think we'll drop to the low gear. Get up this bit. Oh. Looks like we've got a bit of a dip, and then back up again. Problem is, there's traffic lights in the middle. He's pulling in on me. What's he doing there? Fucking hell. No good waving afterwards, is it? Cars come with indicators. I know mine's got them. Go on, let the bus out. All these are double parked. So it's a bit of a brutal bit of road, that. Bad enough in a car normally, let alone on a bike. Now I'm expecting that I'm going to go right here, but it's not. It's taking me straight over. I think I told it to take it to the back of Heaton Park, just to add a few extra miles on. I figured 20 miles would be relatively easy, but I knew that by 20 miles it brings me back to North Manchester. So if I'd have had enough by now, I could turn off, head back towards Blakely and be home. But I feel alright, I've got the time, so I shall follow the route. I think this will just take me around the outskirts of Heaton Park and then into Heaton Park, and I think I've told it to do one lap, which will kill me off because there's some big hills in Heaton Park for me. I'll be on my lowest gear, lowest ring. I think, oh, I've gone wrong according to this. Right, as it just, see what it says. Rain's coming down a bit faster now. Right, I'm going to carry on, and if it still bleeps I'll turn right. No, it's found it again now. I think it just sometimes loses the GPS signal. I don't know how you get around that. I don't know whether it's because the GoPro's underneath it. I was toying with the idea of having the GoPro where the light is and then the light where the GoPro is. I don't know whether that would be better. It'd be better for the light because the light would give me a bit of a broader beam from the handlebar. I think this is Pendlebury. I need a map on my phone that announces where I am. Oh, rain stopped again a bit, well, tiny drizzle. Oh. The Woodthorpe pub. Right, it's telling me in 245 feet, turn left. Oh. Grinding a bit there. I need a touch lower gear. That'll do. Right. So it's saying right. Is it taking me into Heaton Park or not? Oh. Have a look and see. Yes, it's taking me off Sheepfoot Lane into the park. So we'll do a quick park tour. Thank you. Oh, not been to the park for ages. I think last time I was here I was flying my drone. Had a Mavic Air and they came out. Brilliant little thing. But to be honest, just no time to fly it. Now this is where we have to be a bit careful. We'll be a bit slippy with the leaves and twigs. Sometimes you roll over a little twig on the floor and it sends your tyre all askew. Right, so according to this I've got 3.6 miles to go. So probably 2.5 miles of that is in the park. Give the screen a clean. Check we're recording. Yep. Now then, are we going uphill first? Turn right. In 415 feet. Oh, ice creams. It used to be nice, used to, in my meat eating days, come here for a nice bacon butty. Right, so we're going to go left. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to go round that way and down. We come down that way, don't we? Let's go. Yep, I'm changing, don't worry. Go down this way, all the way to the end. That's better. Yeah. I think I programmed it to go all the way down to the end. This is where the tram runs in the summer. Old-fashioned tram. I use Heaton Park a lot for engagement shoots. Not really meant to, but I think sometimes you have to beg forgiveness rather than ask permission. Right. I know this is going to constantly beep at me, but we're raining quite hard now. So I think we'll go up this way, up to the top. Definitely going to use some of the gears today. Yep, I know. It's going to beep at me and beep at me and beep at me now. my legs. Body don't do hills yet. Not in my lowest gear yet. We're not far off it. Whew. Oh, that was tough. Hi there. Something's rubbing on the bike, not sure what. Process of elimination sometimes. I thought I'd finish today with coming around the park.
What people are doing it outside.
Whew. Man, oh man, that was tough. That'll do. Oh, yeah. Oh. Top of Heaton Park. Well, not the tempo. That's still recording that. Oh, I think they're meant to be renovating the hall again. Seems to be in a constant flux of renovation. I remember when Josh was first born, so what's that, 16, 17 and a bit years ago? They were doing it back then. Because we went in. Let's turn into this bit and then you'll be able to see it a bit better. There you go, let's unclip a minute. There's the hall. Lions. Oh, it was grand in its day. It's not too bad from the outside. I mean, it doesn't suffer with all the exhaust fumes, does it, from most buildings up here? So it's just the weather. Right, heading back off. I'm not sure which way it's taking me now. I think I'm going back. Okay. 300 feet sharp left. Oh, that's a bit windy. You don't mind when you're going downhill. I think he was having a look at my GoPro. And have a look all he wants. Right, now I think we'll go. It's telling me to go that way, but we'll go this way. Okay. I think I did program in across the lake. No swimming. Not sure I'd want to go swimming in the lake. Oh, that's new since I was last here. Not seen that. A new little bridge waterway. What's that going to be for? Must be for overflow or something. So from the lake, yep, it's got to be for overflow and come back down and round. I've never seen this flood, to be honest. Maybe it has. I think I go all the way back round now, don't I, up to Sheepfoot Lane.
They have for ages.
I think I'll just add a little bit extra and go back up towards the top. Oh, actually no, it's just going to reroute me to the car park, that'll do. Fair enough. We go sharp left at the top here into the, I think you class it Sheepfoot Lane car park. These aren't the best tyres for muddy paths. Good for road. Yep, I'm going the way you've said. Very windy. Alright. It'll be fun crossing this road. Now, what's the route say now? There you go. 1.3 miles to get home. So I'm quite happy with that today. See what it says. 24.7 miles. And it was about 1.3 home, wasn't it? So 25, 26 maybe. So according to that, I've done just over 3 hours on the bike. 3 hours 3 to do 25 miles, pretty much. I've got to go down that hill now, up the hill. So what we want is loads of speed at the bottom to get us up. See what we can do. Oh. I've enjoyed that today. Fresh air, well, diesel fresh air, but fresh air. Oh, started in the wrong gear there, Rick, to get speed up. No, that's about top. 25 miles an hour, 26, 27, 27.7. Oh. Oh, the wind's got me now. That's not bad. Nearly to the top. Oh, I enjoyed that. What are we on? Let's have a look. $144. I've got an hour and 15 yet, so I'm well within my time limit. So according to this, Strava will put this up as 2.5 hours. It says I've been riding for 2 hours 35 minutes, but I've actually been out for 3 hours. because every time you stop it pauses the clock, which is fine because it makes you look better on Strava. Alright, is it Wednesday today? Not going out tomorrow because I've got a tip run to do, recycling centre. That's Wednesday today, Thursday tomorrow. Maybe I'll do one on Friday, I think, and then see how I go. It might be one on Friday, or maybe I'll do a long one on Saturday. Right, that's me about done. I shall see you on the next one.